Aditi Fadnis, senior editor at Business Standard, joining us this morning to give us her view. Aditi, plenty of moving parts, right? And it comes on a very, very important inflection point of sorts. Give us a sense of what this means for especially Tamil Nadu. Let's start with that because there's slightly better clarity there. Of course, West Bengal is the big one, but let's start with Tamil Nadu.
Well, I'm not sure if I can see clarity in Tamil Nadu either. The question is clearly that one party will not be able to form a government. Having said that, Tamil Nadu has always been politics of alliances. The question is this fantastic performance by the TVK. Which alliance is he going to join? And given his kind of campaign during the run up to the election, what indications does that give us? The other thing is in West Bengal, we really have no clarity about the final outcome because as you yourself said, counting has not even begun in at least 20-25 seats. So it's a really confusing picture at the moment, and it's very hazardous to make any predictions about what the outcome will be.
If you look at West Bengal, clearly the undercurrent is there with the BJP, right? Means in this way, the leads are coming in at this point in time. Of course, it could change in the next 1 hour or so, but the undercurrent of BJP is much more stronger compared to the previous years.
Oh, without doubt, BJP has performed spectacularly in West Bengal. How much of that is due to the special intensive revision, we will never know. But certainly there is a groundswell of feeling against MLAs, sitting MLAs from the TMC. We have to see, this is all very speculative because we don't know how many sitting MLAs that the BJP fielded have won or lost. So incumbency can't be only against the ruling party. I think what we were taking away from the campaign and everything was that the incumbency is what is being defeated in West Bengal. So it's hard to say whether that incumbency affected BJP at all. Whether, of course, it has affected TMC given its performance, given the trends. But we don't really know what led to this current situation of trends.
One of the strong support for Mamta has been the women voters. It seems that BJP is able to fracture that segment and get that votes in its favor. Do you agree with this assessment?
Yeah, it seems like that because let us not fool ourselves. 90 upwards of 90% turnout. Especially high turnout in minority areas where the minorities are dominant, and still the BJP has posted this kind of a trend. So it's a pretty astounding performance, and credit has to be given where it's due.
In Kerala, it seems the UDF is coming back to power. At least the leads are suggesting that. And after two consecutive, power for LDF, it seems that UDF is finally back.
Seems like that, and I think the trends there are actually the clearest, apart from Assam. And I think one of the reasons for that is that despite being a strong cadre-based party, LDF, or maybe because of it, the LDF is feeling its losses the most because its cadres seem to have deserted it. So now we have to see what happens. BJP has not posted the kind of result or the kind of growth that it was expecting to, but still trends suggesting leads in 5 constituencies is not bad at all.
finally, if BJP is able to cross the halfway mark in Bengal, what do you attribute that win to?
I would attribute that win to a total disruption of credibility of the Trinamool Congress. I'm pretty sure that people in Bengal still have high regard for Mamata Banerjee and her simplicity and her lifestyle, but the same cannot be said about her cabinet ministers and supporters and hangers-on who basically use the TMC for all kinds of extremely sinister and very questionable uh, uses. So I think it's a salutary lesson to the Trinamool Congress. I don't know how much they learn from it, but it also means that there is a degree of polarization in Bengal that we did not expect. And now the question is, all those people who were disenfranchised because of the special intensive revision, what are you going to do about them? What are you going to do with them? Because they are effectively people who are not able to vote. If you're not able to vote, by definition, that means you're not a citizen of India. If you're not a citizen of India, you cannot live here without a visa. If you cannot live here without a visa, you need to know where to go because your country is not, or whichever country you've come from, is not ready to accept you. So it's a very peculiar situation. And it will now fall upon the state government to figure out what is to be done with these people.
Okay, thank you so much, Aditi, for coming in and giving us that perspective. Of course, some calling this the semi-final of sorts before the 2029 elections. Bengal will be the big one, but so will outcomes in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. It'll give us a perspective of what's in store going forward. But thank you, Aditi, for coming in and giving us that perspective. Completely timed out on this edition of First Trades from Sajid, myself, and everyone who puts this show together. Thanks so much for watching. Stay with us here on ET Now. More action to follow.